right?
I don't think that's true, Anton. I think because at once upon a time we were married and people did see it. I think I'm gonna put this on us. I think we made marriage such a horrible experience for women that the man and the son and the daughter was like, hey, I don't want that. I don't want that. Like, because marriage was niggas getting cheated. I mean, niggas cheating and a woman just putting up with it.
I don't
So
think that that's what marriage was.
I mean, from a child point of view, you got to see a bunch of persevering on one end. Like you ain't get your daddy side of it for real. You only seen what mama went through because you was at the house with mama. So you grow up like, man, no, I don't want to be married because I seen what when my daddy did to my mama, woo 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 woo, but not knowing the other side. So marriage, it don't look attractive when you looking at it the whole time from your adolescence.
I don't know about that, bro.
I'm shit.
I could agree with that too, Kate. Even if it's not that you saw that like your mom or your aunt or your grandmother was mistreated per se, you might just be like, I don't want that situation like that. Like I've shared with y'all numerous occasions where my perspective on like the role of the woman, the role of the wife has changed from when I was younger versus now. So it wasn't that I looked at my family and said, I don't want to be married. It was like, I don't want to serve. Like, look at all my aunts, my mom, they
yeah.
serving their man first. They telling us to serve our boyfriends first and this, that, and the third. And we're all like, why can't
See,
they get up and serve? Like,
But
I don't want to
again, Carrie,
do
you got to
that.
look at it from this lens. You
mhm.
were also having a tale of two worlds influence you and pull on you. You
And-
went to college. You've experienced indoctrination from a different perspective. You've had the worldly perspective, and then you've had your family perspective, right? Women
Right.
that was serving when I was growing up, women was excited to see their man happy when they served them at the dinner table. They didn't look at that as I don't want to serve them, but that came along with influences outside of the family that then started to play a role in how women seen marriage. They looked at it negatively because they were being influenced by
You're
outside
right.
I-
outside people.
and
The women in my family was happy to see the man happy because ultimately that led to a happier household and he was more willing to do other things that probably surpass just serving a plate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he
but
was the women in my family, and this is the honest to God on everything truth. The women in my I remember my aunt, because my uncle, he was an executive at Tenneco, which was a supplier to the big three automotive. And she always worked from the very beginning. She was from California. He was from Detroit. He met her on like a business trip. He brought her over from California. He moved her back here. They got married, had two kids, whatever, so on and so forth, right? And she always worked the whole time, even though he made a lot of money. She always worked just because that's what she liked to do. And she was having trouble at her job, and she was a servant type and all of that, and she was having trouble at her job and stuff. She was just like, and I was sitting right there because I was spending the night over my cousin's house, and he was like, "Hey, that job ain't for you no more. That's it." And that was it. And she hasn't worked in probably 30 years, and
but
she drive the nicest cars, and she still has that servant mindset. But
I,
they serve each
I,
other.
I ain't
Right?
saying that, Anton. Like,
But here's the thing: they serve each other, and so when you add value to something, whether you do it at a job or whether you do it in a relationship or whether you do it with your friends and family, you do it selflessly, but you also benefit. They do it selflessly also because everybody is pouring into everybody and nobody is without or nobody has lack. I think that part of that is programming from outside, which also is the thing that influenced people to leave their family and their households, which made it unattractive, selling you on the idea that it is going to be much more out there for you when all people did was still have children, still suffer, and they picked up a bunch of debt and they was less happy than the people of yesteryear, but they still was somehow able to market with y'all or market to y'all that it was better not to
no,
serve. When in reality, you spent 10 times the effort serving your boss in order to try to make ends meet with something that was already provided for you when you was just serving your husband a dinner plate.
okay, so Anton, check it out. What you saying could be totally correct, and I get it. But okay, when we are kids, we see a lot of stuff with no context. And the layer in between that is you stand in a child's place. So I might see my mama washing dishes and mad, and I'm thinking she hating life. Like, why my daddy got her doing this, but I just don't have the context. So as kids, we get told all the time, stay in a child's place. You don't know no better. And marriage not explained. So like when you see your mama making the table for dinner, like we never ask, mama, why you making the table for dinner? We just assume that our dad is making her do it because we don't got the context. And so we looking at our mama, the greatest person in our life, suffering. We just don't know no better. And that caused a grade gap in between the generation. We're like, man, I don't want to get married to have to do that.
Well, and in honest, oh, sorry.
I don't know.
So
When
you
we
got
sat at the dinner table, we was excited to get to the fucking macaroni and cheese. So it was a little
no.
like
Well,
I
to
don't.
your and to your point, Anton, for me, when I saw that, I didn't think that my dad was making my mom do that. Like, I appreciated the fact that my mom was doing it, but I was like, she doesn't have anything else going on in her life. You know, like
So
her
you
life
you
is her
speaking
life
about
is
it?
totally focused on us, my dad. Like, why didn't she have goals and dreams? So I didn't ask her why she was making the table. I would ask my mom, why don't you have goals and dreams, and why don't you
Because
want
she
to
ain't
do
got the
things beyond
context.
us? I had no appreciation for the piece she was actually fulfilling.
That's
And
because
to
she
your
didn't have
point, Anton, well, I didn't have the context, and then I had outside context. I had, okay, I'm seeing all these women. You know, back in the day, it was, what was it, the Ebony or something? Like, I'm seeing
in the
all
Jet
these
magazine.
go getter women, and you know what I'm saying. I'm seeing all this stuff, and I'm looking. I'm like, but my mom is here,
But
like
here's the
tending
beautiful
to
part
us.
about that, though, Carrie. What you didn't see was you didn't see the context of what those women that was going through that was supposedly superly ambitious. Also, you didn't see how they suffered,
I
Facts.
sure didn't.
right? So, from my lens, I
I sure
think
didn't.
that marriage is not. People are reluctant to get married. A, because they got too many options, which is a bad thing. B, because they haven't seen it successfully, and C, because there's too many outside influences. And by default, whenever I see the majority of people doing something, which now I see the majority of people out here in the streets, I automatically go the opposite way because I know that the majority of the people are suffering.
I don't know. It's weird. Like looking at my mama relationship, and her when she was married, she give me hope that I know I can make it. Like that, like real talk. And y'all can say that she was in a toxic relationship or she was persevering. But looking at my mama relationship is hope that I know that I can make it because it ain't that bad. So I don't really be understanding. Like I just think a lot of people don't got a lot of people are quitters. First time it get tough, they out of there.
Absolutely. But I think that they also think that what's going on in their marriage is different than what's going on in somebody else's marriage because people don't talk about the bad times in their marriage. They just make
Fact.
everything seem like rainbows and butterflies.
Yeah.
So then when you hit your first problem in your marriage, you're like, oh, well, my marriage is different. That means we're not supposed to be together. Let me walk.
Yeah,
And
like when
it what you and Carrie were talking about, saying that like you might think that your parents are miserable. I think that you have the other half of the people who maybe saw their mom serve their dad and just repeated it, not asking any questions. Because a lot of times we do repeat the behavior that we see. We don't question it. We just
yeah.
go with it. So I think that you can't forget that sector of people too, who are just like, oh, well, I just served my man because I saw my mama do it, because I saw my grandmother do it, because that's what I'm supposed to do. They don't even know why they're supposed to do it. They just do it.
They just do it. I done had to
You
sit my
know, my
daughter
mom,
down.
my mom didn't seem none of the women seem miserable. It's just I'm probably more of the product of the outside influence. Like, yeah, this is cool, but it looks like that's funner doing it that way. Like that's what my thing was. Cause my grandmother, I mean, it was like it was just enough, it was enough for them. And my thing was, why is this all you need to be okay? Like, this is the you know what I'm saying? And obviously now in retrospect, I have a totally different perspective, and
Yeah.
thank God, you know, and I have a big appreciation for all of them. But yeah, that junk jacked me up for
See,
a while.
my older daughter is old enough, like when I fuck up, where I have to go explain to her too, just so she can know.
So does
Like,
that
hey,
mean you want to do right more often?
well, I try to do right all the time, but sometimes I don't. But when I fuck up, I go explain to my daughter what's going on too. So, hey, when she get in these relationships, she can take a mental note of that her own daddy fucked up, and these niggas ain't Jesus. They ain't perfect.
Yeah.
So, look, me and mom gonna get through this, and you gonna see it. But hey, dad did fuck up this time.
Mm-hmm.
So I think like we not transparent enough with our kids.
I agree.
We always want to send them away when we having a dispute. We need to show these kids that we argue and we make up and we gonna be okay too.
How to work through conflict.
Yeah, but we send them to their rooms so why they can hear us arguing. But now they ain't gonna learn nothing from it.
No, my daughter not about to hear me arguing.
I actually went through a different childhood. So my childhood doesn't relate to a lot of like my friends or anything like that because I went through a childhood of, oh, my parents are married. They've been married for 47 years this year. I've never heard my parents argue not one day. I've never heard them in any kind of dispute. My dad always came home every night. Like I've never been in a space where I felt that my dad was never there. And I don't understand that. And I try to like empathize with women that have been in that space, but I can't relate to it because I never experienced it.
So December, love.
Yes.
Have you ever been in a relationship where you and the dude did argue?
Of course, yeah.
Did you evacuate their relationship?
No.
You didn't. Okay. Well, see, I mean, you know, like it worked for you. But usually when shit like that happen, because you never seen in the conflict, you think that that's time to go.
End all be all right.
Yeah, this ain't what it looked like. And that just ain't true. Like, I just don't care to hide it from my kids. I'm not like, they don't see us like, we don't punch each other, no shit, but sometimes like, it happen right there.
Things happen. Like I can see my mom upset. Like I knew that she was upset something happened, but it was never like my dad disrespecting her or anything in that space. It was never like that. Even to this day, he does not. It's never like a.
But you can argue without disrespecting.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if a woman can do that.
Yeah.
You don't think a woman can
Yeah,
argue?
I've never had that experience either with my parents. They've been married for about 50 plus years, and I've never seen them argue. I've never seen them have disagreements. Maybe one time, and it was the one time my dad cursed at me, and my mom was like, "You can curse at other people, but you can't curse at my daughter." Like that was it. That's the most I've ever seen. My mom's real soft spoken too. So on one hand, I really did appreciate that because I think that was helpful. But to 2K's point, once I got in a marriage, it was like, okay, wait, hold up, because
You cursed at me?
it's not always perfect. So wait, where were they having these conversations? You know, so we don't argue in front of our kids, no, but sometimes life is happening and you walk in and you see, hold up, mommy and daddy are in the middle of something. And so I do my best, we do our best to help them to understand, like, love is a whole bunch of different things. Everything's not perfect all the time. We're not going to agree with each other all the time. We're not going to even like each other in each moment all the time, but da 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 da. So yeah.
So Carrie, I've got
yeah.
two questions for you. So you said you now appreciate that, like you can understand your grandmothers or whatever serving their husbands and, you know, doing all for their husbands. Did you gain that appreciation by being in the workforce?
No, I gained that appreciation.
By doing it herself, probably.
I gained that appreciation once I became a mom, because I'm also the youngest. So whereas my sister had to serve up, you know what I'm saying? I was never growing up in a place of responsibility for anybody other than myself, really. So once I started having kids, and then it got real solidified, honestly, y'all, between starting to listen, once the whole Kevin Samuels spew started happening and people started getting real honest about roles, and then the word. Like me reading stuff in the Bible helped me to not demean myself by being a servant to a man. Because I thought I always wanted to serve a man. But I really didn't. So the Bible helped me to not feel like you're like downgrading yourself by doing it. And then two, to also see the real value in it, like all of what comes as a result of you doing that. So this is still new. If I'm honest, Kimberly, this is still a pretty new walk over these past few years of me really, really embracing what it means to serve anybody, especially my man. Like for real, if I'm being transparent.
I speak for your husband when he say, "Don't let it get old."
I love that.
Don't let it get old. I tell you that, buddy.
And and again, this is, I don't push the Bible on anybody, but that's why I'm saying if especially if you are a believer, there's so much answers in there on how you can get started early, because I know that my mentality created some stuff in my marriage. Like I know that it wasn't always easy for my husband to be married to a woman who was raised to be independent, who was raised to do her own thing. Like I know that had to be a headache and a half, a lot. So I can only imagine what it would have been like if I came to the table with the mentality that I now have, what our 12 years would have been, otherwise. But I'm grateful, so it's all good. I learning.
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying.
Yeah, the one thing I do agree with, like when it comes to religion, like it's like how they portray women, and like it was a bunch of teachings in the Bible, but if you notice one thing about that Bible, a woman don't got a chapter in that bitch, so y'all they don't talk.
You can't say Bible and bitch in the same sentence, nigga.
Okay. A woman don't have a chapter in the Bible, so that let me know.
What
y'all
does that mean?
That means shut up.
I just read Ruth. I was just reading Ruth.
But I've heard that there are chapters that were written.
It ain't make the final version.
Read Ruth. We just
it's okay. Don't make this into no big religious debate. You don't even believe in it. We're not gonna go through this. Okay. We already know the U.S. is secular. Nobody wants to get married because nobody's spiritual. Nobody's religious like that. We know. Okay.
The Book of Ruth.
That's exactly why I sit home with
You need to learn about Ruth and Naomi and Esther.
Myself. That's exactly why I do that. I sit home by myself and drink my champagne with my Pomeranian by myself. That's why I do that.
Buy a dog.
You got a movie star dog. This is really Kyla Pratt.
I got me a little white Pomeranian.
So we've got Sanaa Lathan.
And I sit at home. I tell you, I enjoy my life so much. I really do. Like, I do what I want.
Are you hesitant to get married?
I'm not hesitant to get married. That's not the thing. I just really think that I want to be on the same page as someone. Like, I want to be able to respect the person that I'm with, and I want the person to respect me as well. There's like, I don't care about anything else. I like peace. I just want to chill. That's all. Like, I just want it to be. I just like peace.
You got a man?
You said you got a man.
No.
Fuck wrong with you? No.
It's not even the fact that I don't have the opportunity to have one. I just like to have peace, and I don't like my peace disrupted.
Guess what? 99% of men don't like to have their peace interrupted neither. So it's letting me know it's something wrong. You look like Kyla Pratt. You got nice white teeth and long straight hair, and you don't got a man.
I'll mute it.
What's the problem?
Okay, I was married.
Oh.
I was married. I was with him for 7-8 years.
Okay.
We were together. I did have that relationship. I have standards when it comes to like when I am dating, right? If if you're not gonna, I like simple things. If you're simple, that's fine. Like, oh, bring me flowers. Oh, take me here, do this. I'm not asking you to like, oh, let me just get a bag to do this and the third. Like, I'm not that person. But
that's beautiful.
I think that the simple things matter.
For how long?
If you open my door, if you're, oh, let me take you here, let me give you this. Oh, I mean, little things. There's so little things that matter to people that
okay.
Okay, so really happen right now. It's not happening. So I'm home.
So what I'm hearing is like the things that you are talking about are usually given, okay, to good women. So let's say you got an A on your report card. I give you $100. So if he had stopped, because at once upon a time he had to be opening the door for you, that means you did something for him to stop opening the door. That means you did something for him to stop sending you flowers. It just don't stop because I forgot one day. So what piece of hell did you inflict on his life that got your incentives cut off? Because it
starts with the door opening. Like it starts with the door opening. If I'm going out with you and you walk around and I gotta open my door, I'm not going out with you again.
Oh hell no.
Oh shit! Man, you ain't got no grace, nigga. That's rude.
So,
what if I just forgot? Like,
I'm doing it.
How long you been dating?
And you're courting me, and I'm going. We're going to the car, and you're going to your side. I'm going to my side, and my door is not open. I'm not talking to you again.
So you're not a chirp girl.
I'm not doing it.
You got to understand, like it's getting harder and harder for men to discriminate.
To what?
Disseminate.
That's like 3 words. Okay, I already knew I was gonna say this shit. I already knew that shit.
Hey, when I said it in my head, I was like, "Fuck."
Like
I knew y'all was gonna get me. When I said it in my head, I was like, "Fuck." Okay, it's getting harder for men to really point out the women who we should do these things for. Like some women, real life call it disrespectful for opening up the door. Like, hey, I'm a woman, I can do it on my own.
I've seen that.
Listen, you can't expect him to know everything about you, especially on the first link.
I agree.
But what's wrong with opening your door?
Because what he's saying is there are some women who dog these men.
Well, that should be the default, and let her tell you otherwise.
Don't
try to make it okay.
No, I'm not saying that I'm making it okay because I like my doors open just like the next woman, but I understand what 2K is saying. I've seen women go off on men for opening their doors. Why I can do it myself? Why you opening my? And don't nobody want to hear all that.
And some of these rules need updates, like me walking on the side of the road where the car can hit me. Like the car gonna hit you too, motherfucker. You want me to get hit first?
I get those situations, but I feel like gentlemen should be gentlemen. I think chivalry should still be here. I really believe that if roles are going to be here, let's play the role. Let's play the role.
Okay.
If you want me to be loving and caring and cook for you and rub your feet and do these things for you,
don't touch my feet, nigga. You gonna fall out of love with me, nigga.
And you want me to do all these different things for you? Like, let's do it. Let's
December love. December. Listen. I need you to look at yourself. You got your nails did. You got your eyebrows done. You got on big hoop earrings. You look like the rest of these hoes.
God, get them off the panel. Put them in the back. Put them in the back.
No. Listen. Wait. You not a hoe, but you look like the hoes. That's what I'm saying. God, it's hard. I'm not calling her a hoe. I'm saying
I didn't think that.
She got on the uniform. She got on the uniform as a hoe. So it's hard for us.
No, nigga.
You did it.
I looked at her and nothing gave hold of me.
I'm trying to get this woman the tools. I'm trying to get her the tools.
I'm a wife.
Listen, you might
be. Gonna say that. That's it.
I believe you, but I'm telling you, your problem is you dress like the hoe. You got on the same whole uniform that the rest of them got, so it's hard to disseminate.
There you go. Go ahead, 2K. Come on.
Between the two.
I'm not dressed like a hoe. I have on a long maxi dress, chilling and relaxing. I'm not dressed like a hoe. Don't do that.
I'm just saying, but can you see
these wives dress like hoes? 2K.
I get it, but that's what I'm saying, Molly.
I don't think men care. I don't think it matters.
They definitely care.
Some of these wives be super revealed.